So after our couple days of correction, now ADA is showing all the signs of wanting to move very aggressively to the upside. And in fact, some people are discussing potentially $3 ADA in just 4 weeks' time. This is not surprising. That's how fast the market can move. And there are some very important things that have been happening that I do, in fact, want to show you guys. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So just looking at the ADA charts in general, right now we're floating basically between $1.02 and $1.03. It's 5:48 Central Standard Time this morning. And you guys can see that after our big drop that we experienced the other day, what we're getting now is actually a couple of reversal candles in terms of ADA. This is almost a dragonfly doji on yesterday's candle. We're starting with a dragonfly doji today, and we're pressing against this 20-day moving average. And this is actually doing something very similar to what we saw last market cycle, and I'll get to that. But these are bullish reversal signs, and if this continues to play out this way, even if we close today here, don't be surprised if we start to get a little bit of a push, right? Again, we're still out of the overbought range, which is a very good sign. And in fact, on the 1 hour charts, we are printing some bullish divergence right now. Again, price dropping, and then we can see RSI on the rise. So these are very strong signs in the charts in general. But in fact, when we look back at last market cycle, what happens during alt season is this 20-day moving average becomes a very focal point of support. It likes to lift the price up. Price occasionally will close a couple candles below there, but then it tends to lead towards more explosive moves to the upside. And actually, when we look back at these exact days in 2020, we did this exact same thing. For example, we had our drop day on December 8th. We closed below there, or right on it, basically December 9th. 10th, 11th, 12th, and then we know what happened following here. We got the nice push, the nice extension through Altseason, and that was when ADA made its extension all the way up, actually about to these price ranges that we're at, which right now would actually be similar to, like a push to $3 or $4 or so. Now, this isn't a guarantee, this isn't financial advice, but it's eerily similar compared to last market cycle, what ADA is doing right now. This is why I didn't freak out. This is why I didn't panic. And this is why I told people, just relax, let it play out. This happens time and time again. And in fact, I had some people asking, the alt season index fell down to 64. Does that mean that alt season's over? Does that mean that we're going back into a bear market? No, that is not what that means. In fact, BTC dominance does this time and time again. So we talked very heavily about this because this breach of this 200-day moving average and confirmation was a very, but basically our confirmation of alt season, right? And I said that, we might get a dead cat bounce down around this, long-term trend. And that's exactly what we got. Here was our throwback to our 200-day harsh rejection by BTC. And in fact, you guys can see gravestone dojis being printed on that chart as well, which is a bearish sign. So we may in fact see BTC dominance drop in a big way, maybe breach this trend. Maybe we get another throwback once again on here, but this is trying to basically send back to the downside, either meaning that alts are going to run or BTC is going to maybe bleed a little bit in price and alts will stay constant. We'll just have to wait and see how that all plays out, right? Now, what I will say as well is this was actually forwarded to me by a viewer anonymously. Appreciate you doing that. And what we found was the ADA liquidation heat map. And we worked down through, again, some of that long interest. There was obviously a major imbalance in terms of long and short interest. And now we can see that it's a lot more balanced on both sides. But we have a very thick concentration just above here, meaning that ADA, if it has a strong enough push, high enough volume, enough excitement in the market, it can very easily make a push through this basically range of $1.02, $1.03 where we're at, all the way up to $1.07. And you guys can see that there's still short interest that can be liquidated all the way up to basically $1.25, excuse me, $1.25 or so. I'm almost done being sick. I apologize. So if ADA gets a bug up its butt, it can make a very nice correction back to the upside and get us kind of back on trend, back on this path that we were going, which again, the next extension may be, $1.25 to $1.50, right? Leading us on that path towards $3, $4, which I'll get to in just a moment here. Now, I do want to say there was some confusion about the CPI report. It didn't happen yesterday. It was actually today. There was conflicting dates on the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics website. You guys can see that here they say December 10th. And then on this page, they say December 11th. So it's actually coming this morning. It's 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So pay attention to that because that may be the spark that the market needs if we get some good data back. Now, let's talk about this, right? Dan Gambardella was actually projecting that ADA may in fact hit $3 in just 4 weeks' time. What he then said was, since I'm usually slightly early with these things, let's say January 24th. And that kind of falls within the range of what ADA might do. with the thin liquidity on exchanges, it wouldn't surprise me if ADA makes some pretty aggressive moves once we breach like $1.50 to $2. It's 100% possible. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows if when we're going to get that big push of excitement from outside the market, because that's the big thing we're waiting on in alt season that we haven't had yet. And it usually takes a little bit of time to build, right? Obviously, some people maybe got a little spooked and are sitting on the sidelines right now. But then again, on the opposite side, there are people that stepped in, bought up those positions, and now anybody who liquidated and who was waiting for downside, I've seen people say, "Oh yeah, 40 cents or 30 cents or 60 cents or whatever." There are people that are going to get left behind and are going to get stuck chasing again. This is why you don't play games in the market at this point. The time to play games was in the bear market, because the bear market, there's usually corrections back to the mean. In alt season, that usually doesn't happen, apart from black swan events, flash crashes, things like that. And now that we've kind of created more of a stability between long and short interest, excuse me, now that retail's kind of calmed down a bit, it wouldn't surprise me if we get back on trend with moving to the upside with the buying that's taking place in such large quantities from institutional money, from the again, the pro crypto embrace. We obviously had the big news yesterday about RLUSD approval, which is big for Cardano, because again, RLUSD is going to be coming to Cardano eventually, bringing what should likely be a major stable coin. So these are all very big things. And ADA looks primed and ready to run. So we'll see what happens. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Again, if you are new or haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, also hit that like. Let me know you're enjoying the content we're making here on the channel. But have a great day. Show your love below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.